Hey, you guys, I'm so excited to unpack 3 keys to 10x your revenue in your consulting or coaching business. If you are new here and you haven't seen any of our videos, please like and subscribe. My name's April Beach, and all of the business advice, trainings, and strategies that I bring to you here are proven from 28 years of coaching subject matter experts just like you. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk about what you can expect hanging out with me here in this video. So I understand the coaching and consulting space is really saturated. And you might be in this place where you've been doing this for a while and you're wondering, why is it just the same grind? Why is it that I can't seem to get ahead? I bet this is you. Why are people who have nowhere near as much experience as I do more well-known across social media? Why do people with less experience, or they don't have the systems or processes that you do, why do they appear to be making more money or more successful? And so I understand that frustration. If that is you, a lot of my clients have that frustration. They have actually been in the grind, doing the work, providing the expertise, providing the trainings and solutions for so long, but maybe nobody knows who you are. And maybe you're tired of the grind. Maybe you're tired of, doing the social media content and constantly marketing and wondering where your next client or your next group of clients is going to come from. So if that's you, this video is for you. I'm going to unpack 3 proven strategies. By the way, you're going to need to do all 3. But when you do these, you're going to be able to 10x your revenue and move forward into thought leadership. Like and subscribe to this video. And if you'd like to apply to work with us, cruise over to sweetlifeco.com. All right, there are 3 components that you need to nail in your business, 3 strategic decisions that I want you to understand and land on in your business in order to 10x your revenue and become known in your space. Now, this is not a brand new concept. This is not derived from me. This is actually taken out of a very well-known and trusted business strategy called the Rule of Ones. And I'm going to highlight 3 of these. There are actually 5 rules of ones, but I think that these first 3 are the most important. And I don't want to dump truck you with too much information. I want to give you what I think is essential for you to grow your business. You have very little time, or you don't want to be spending so much time on this. Either way, we're going to hit the ground running. So component number 1, or strategy number 1, is that you have to solve a specific problem. Now, let's have an honest conversation about this. You can probably solve a lot of problems in your business, and you have already probably solved many problems for many clients in many different areas. But that actually might not be helping you. This is also what some coaches call niching down. Yes, we're going to get into that in a little bit, but let's put it in layman's terms. Number 1, you have to pick one actual problem. So to be really honest, there's a lot of things that I do in my business that are providing solutions or things that people want. There are 2 areas that people buy, either the solution to a problem or a deep desire. Some of the things that we struggle with in our company is I sell a lot of deep desires, you guys. Keeping it real, being really honest here. When we're talking about growing through content licensing, let's be honest, that's what I do. I help experts grow by licensing their content to other businesses. Most businesses actually don't really inherently see that as a problem. They see that as a desire. They see that as an opportunity. They see that as door number 3 to make more money and have more lifestyle freedom. But they don't really come Googling April Beach, help me find a way to content license, right? That's not usually the way people find me. And so I am right here with you, and I understand the struggle if what you are selling is more of a deep desire, which people buy, than a problem. But for the purpose of this training, I'm going to tell you, for 25 years, I solved very serious problems for companies. That's how I established my foundational profit. That's how I became known in my space. And if you are at this place where you're kind of struggling a little bit, there are other consultants out there that are much more well-known than you are, probably don't have the experience you have. I want you to ask yourself this first hard question. Are you actually solving a problem? Because it's easier for us to help you become known and to help increase profit if what you do is solving a problem people already know they have. So the first component, the first key to 10x your revenue and to become known in your space is asking yourself, are people Googling this problem? Are companies searching for this as a solution? Do they meet about it in their teams and their boardrooms? Do they know? Are they conscious when they go to bed at night and these individuals or these businesses and they're thinking about, wow, what's on our agenda for this week or what's really important for me to do? Do they think of your solution? Like, do they have a problem that relates to your solution? And so key component number one is making sure that you are solving a problem that ideally people already know they have. Now, it might not be where you want to land. It might not be the programs and the services and the trainings that you want to deliver in the future. We may need to kind of get you up to that point. But whether we're talking about selling consulting services or selling courses, and if we are talking about licensing your training or licensing your program to companies, and that's why you're here, because you know that that is something that you want to move into, then we need to license a training that solves a problem that companies already know that they have. All right. Yes, we can license trainings that are desires, but most of them that we sell, especially for high dollar, solve a problem or fill a hole that a business knows that they already have. And so that's step number one. That's component number one. Hone in and make sure that you solve a problem that people know they have so that they're looking for you. Especially if you're not yet well known, we need to have them come out in search and hunt for you. And so when they finally find you, it's going to be like this, oh, this wonderful thing. I found this amazing solution. And you don't have to convince them that what you sell is needed. That's component number one. Component number two is we do need to hone in on your audience. Who are these exact buyers? Who are these people that need this problem that you are solving? Who are the companies or who are the individuals or where are the teams that are struggling? And who exactly are on these teams, right? It's important. So who are the decision makers? Who are the hunter downers of this solution? We need to make sure you're talking to one audience. And I know that that can be hard because your solution can probably serve a variety of different people or companies with different backgrounds, but we really need to make sure that you are talking to one audience because all the other audiences that are eavesdropping, they're still going to listen in. People are nosy. People want to know what you're doing. People are curious, especially when you're solving an important problem. And so hone in on who that is. If you want to get into licensing, we want to hone in on what are the companies that are suffering the most and need your solution, need your training, need your program. Is it something that can help them make more money, help them save time? Or is it something that's going to increase the value of what they're already selling? Maybe if you're licensing your training or your materials to another company, maybe this company, this ideal audience is actually struggling in the marketplace. Maybe they're having trouble standing out from their competition. And so bringing in your training or program or solution is something they identify, they know they have to do because they are not competing in the marketplace. Maybe they're not attracting top quality talent, top quality staff, or maybe they're another coaching or consulting business or perhaps an agency that is not competitive enough. Maybe their membership is sliding and they need to bring in more benefits to their members, or maybe they're another consultant or even another solo business that's competing and they're struggling to stand out and they need to license your solution to bring in to deliver their clients. But you need to hone in on who this ideal audience is because it's really, really important that you need to talk to them. So number one, make sure you're solving a problem, nail that first problem and make sure that your solutions, your program, however the model of delivery, whether licensing, one-on-one consulting, course creation, membership, retreat, mastermind, just make sure you're solving a problem that people are actually looking for. Number two, we need to hone in on that one ideal buyer. Now, from a licensing perspective, I mean, I'm sure there's like 10 gazillion business coaches out there telling you to find your ideal buyer. I'm really moving it up and I'm really leveling it up for you guys that are interested in licensing, of course, because that's what I teach now. All right. So I want you to think of the companies that are struggling. The schools, the universities that don't have your program or the other businesses. And then the third component of this is you need to find one channel, one way to reach this audience. Now, I have a ton of other, videos and trainings on how we generate leads and how we get in front of people. Please make sure you're subscribing to this YouTube channel and you're checking out all of our playlists from how to grow in coaching to how to license your materials. And of course, if you're interested, you can check out all of the behind the scenes of my travel and lifestyle business design too. So we have those trainings here for you. Please tap in, binge the heck out of this. But for the sake of this right now, you got to pick one channel. That means how are we going to then take your message and find one place where we know that we can count on those buyers? For licensing, you guys, it's LinkedIn. If you're thinking about a social platform, I'm just going to tell you right now, no company, let me rephrase that. No larger organization is looking on Instagram or cares how many followers you have. If they're going to bring your program into their company, they are not hunting you down on Instagram, and they don't care about your Facebook either. All right. So if you want a license to even small businesses, mid-sized business and organizations, we definitely need you on LinkedIn. I've been on LinkedIn forever. I'm going to admit I'm terrible at LinkedIn. And so we have a lot of outside experts that come in and work with our clients on how to build up their LinkedIn. Definitely connect with me. Find me at April Beach on LinkedIn. I would love to connect with you over there as well. But you guys got to be on LinkedIn. Okay. Maybe if that's not it, I actually have clients that we've licensed their training programs for hundreds of thousands of dollars that are on social nowhere. And that is okay too. So if you want to scrap the whole social thing, then I want you to move to finding your audience through teaching workshops and speaking. That is one of the other ways that we can help you find your audience. So going in front of decision makers, teaching, delivering systems and processes, and teaching workshops, whether virtually or inside other companies, is a really great way to take what you've done. And even whether you're continuing to sell consulting services or you want to get into licensing, it builds a relationship with them. And so whatever that channel is for you, whether it's LinkedIn or whether it's speaking or teaching, I want you to make a decision and I want you to hone in on one of those. We're coming up at the time of the recording here that this is towards the end of the year. We have a couple of more months to really hammer down and make sure that you are meeting your benchmarks that you want to meet in your business. And that's why I decided to do this training for you, because I identified that you might be at a place where you're like, "Guy, do I want next year to look the same as this year? Are you ready to level up your business?" If you're ready to level up your business, we are here for you. I am here for you. And I want to give you the solutions to do that. So let's recap what we talked about today. Again, there are 3 key components to 10x your revenue and to become known in your space. Number 1, you have to solve a problem. You can move into solving deep solutions, deep desires as well. But if you're really struggling with hitting your benchmarks, please make sure that you start by selling something that solves a problem. That's my key and that's my recommendation to you. Number 2, we need to figure out who this ideal buyer is. We need to hone in on this ideal buyer very, very specifically and hone in on one particular audience, one size company, one organization, somebody that needs that solution that you are selling. And then number 3, we need to figure out the channel to find them. You need to have a predictable place where you know that you can count on getting high quality leads, whether you choose to tap into LinkedIn or you choose to, do speaking. I will give you another little hint here as well, that if you want to license your material and you are turning your competition and your clients and licensing to like other consultants, then we can tap into utilizing Instagram or Facebook. But in most places where we're talking about licensing larger corporate programs, don't worry about Instagram or Facebook. So that goes back to you choosing your audience. So I hope that you found this helpful. Please make sure, again, that you like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you're watching here, I appreciate this podcast. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you also comment below. I want to give you direct feedback on any of your questions. And If you are ready, you're really serious, you want to make next year look different than this year did, we have the programs and solutions, and we would love to meet you and connect with you and work with you and give you our turnkey processes for success. You can cruise over to sweetlifeco.com and check out all of our solutions to work with us. All right, you guys, I can't wait to talk to you in the next training. It's good to be here for now.